everybody. Hey, everybody. I'm Anne-Christine Diaz, creativity editor at Ad Age, and I'm here with
Alexandra Jardine, associate creativity editor at Ad Age in London.
And Ishan Sherwood, associate creativity editor in New York. Hey.
Thanks for joining us. This is our favorite time of the week when we count down the most compelling and interesting creative ideas of the week. I know we're gearing up for the Super Bowl, so we're going to touch a little bit on it, kind of, but save our Super Bowl picks for next week, I think. So how are you guys doing this week?
Is January over?
Yeah, it's nearly the end of, what is it? December? January?
Of 2020? Is 2020 over yet?
Yeah, there's too much news. There's too much happening. Maybe just everyone, can we just slow it down a little bit?
Yeah. I mean, at least it feels like there's some good news, but bad news keeps coming. But yeah, let's, yay, Super Bowl, it's coming. Anyway, so let's kick it off with an interesting film that came out. It is actually an ad of sorts. It's from Slap Global, which is the new creative accelerator, as they call it, formed by industry vets Jerry Graff and Maxi Itzkoff. It was kind of a response to this idea of agency manifestos, those lofty descriptions that agencies have started or have been putting on their websites, trying to show off their credentials. So Jerry and Maxi, kind of wanted to call BS on those. And when a client asked them for their credentials, they gave them this instead. So let's take a look.
We could write you a great manifesto preaching, this is what we believe, blah, blah, blah. With fancy phrases and poor punctuation to make you all cheer, rah, rah, rah. But even though manifestos are hot, alas, Karl Marx we are not. And since they just drone on and on, we bring you this song. When you're deep in a funk, a worldwide funk, and you just don't know where the party's at, check out the intergalactic, most effective, outer-connected global slap. Oh, come with us, Slap Global, New York, Buenos Aires, Madrid, and soon Chernobyl. Oh, come with us.
Anyone else get like really strong Twin Peaks vibes from that whole thing?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize it until you just said it. No, but this was a really interesting take, in terms of a company trying to promote itself, right? It's like, we're not going to go down that familiar path. It kind of actually reminded me of, during the pandemic when a bunch of creatives came out with those spoofs of all the pandemic ads that were coming out. It's like calling BS on what everybody was doing. So this was kind of a nice way of saying, just get to know us, like this is who you, I think Jerry said, we want, prospective clients to be able to feel who we are versus read about it. And they actually got a playwright or a composer to write the music, Andrew Sherman, who's written for the Fringe Festival. And they tapped Ciaran Sheehan, who has played the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway and in Toronto, I believe, over 1,000 times. So yeah, I mean, it was really well done and super fun.
Yeah, I mean, I really just enjoyed watching it. I think maybe I'm just missing musicals and theatre at the moment, but
Right.
that was a performance worthy of an Andrew Lloyd Webber musical for sure. And after the great Les Miserables parody last week, I'd just say, bring it on. Let's have more.
Yeah.
I was thinking of all the cohorts of people out there who I would just like to see a video of them just getting slapped in the face over and over again. There are groups of people out there, and I think we can all think of them. So,
yes. Oh, we have some shout outs. And remember, all you out there, to tell us where you're watching from, and we will say hi to you too. But we have, for now, Ksenia from Vienna, Lisa from Maryland, Fabrizio from Italy. I feel like I've seen your name before, Fabrizio. If so, welcome back. Mandy from England, Elvira from Illinois, Alex from England, Christian from Costa Rica, and Kathy from Michigan. Hey, all.
hey.
Hey, thanks for watching.
So next up, we have, oops, who could that be?
Did someone Uber Eats?
Hi guys, it's my coffee delivery.
Hi.
Sorry I'm late. I had to go get my iced coffee
Well,
before I join you.
It's
it's
Jessica.
very hot in Chicago right now.
Well, it's funny because my hands could be getting cold right now, but I have a solution. Hold on. I'm the proud owner of the Panera Bread Bowl iced coffee holder.
Wow. Wow.
Wait, what is that? Is it a
Explain.
pumpkin? It looks like a pumpkin.
It's sort
Is
of
it
a
like your
muff.
pumpkin left over from
Well,
Halloween?
it is not a pumpkin. It is the oddest piece of food clothing I've gotten yet. And we know that I've gotten my decent amount of food clothing. But this helps you if you are in cold weather like Chicago, where I am. Hold your iced coffee without your hand getting cold. It's not a heater. It's very puffy. You can see the guy in the picture there who's holding it. He only has one hand. He's kind of holding up the bowl because it is a little heavy. But
Wait,
yeah.
what's heavy? The bowl is heavy?
Well, when you've got a full iced coffee and you put it in here, it kind of weighs you down a little bit. I guess that's why he's doing it. I'm very strong, so I can hold it all with one hand.
Wait, I don't like, shouldn't you be putting soup in a bread bowl?
Yeah, clam chowder.
I think
Could you put soup in there?
soup in a bread bowl. I will say they did go to every last detail. I don't know if you could see in here. I'm going to try to show you. Like the inside actually looks like the inside of a Panera bread bowl.
Presumably, it would keep your soup warm too.
And then there's just a
yeah,
little
later.
slide here, so I can put my hand in and keep it nice and toasty while I drink my iced coffee.
Yeah, do you think
win
they're
these online? They don't sell them in the store. I think they probably could.
I mean, you could buy a bread bowl and make your own.
But the bread bowl gets
And then eat it
It's
later.
nice
Or a bowl.
100% polyester, so it doesn't get soggy.
Wait, so how do you get it? Is it? It's a contest?
It's
right?
online. You'd have to win it. I wonder if it's successful if they'll start selling them in Panera. But the idea is to promote their coffee subscription, which is $8.99 a month. So
Oh, okay.
for
Maybe
the
they
price of
should
the
have
streaming service, you could get a daily cup of coffee.
I want two
You
of
should have
them,
it.
and so I can just run around doing like a Hulk smash thing.
Yeah. I only got the one. Otherwise, I would send you both of them, and we could do like a
Wait,
Oh.
Alfred in the background says it looks like a baby Yoda ball. Oh, baby Yoda, baby
It's
Bjorn.
kind of got a BB-8 shape to it, I would say, Alfred, more than a Yoda. It's a BB-8 circular shape. But the coloring is just, I mean, look at that. It's
Yeah, you
fantastic.
almost want to eat it.
You could use it for so many things. I mean, you could carry your small dog in it.
Okay. We're gonna talk about this forever because we can.
We could talk about this forever, or we could just
Um,
keep talking about food. You want to keep talking about food? Since
Yeah,
I'm
let's
here?
talk about food.
Yeah.
Okay. So this week, we saw some really fun Heinz work from Rethink in Canada. They came out with another inventive idea for Kraft Heinz. So to promote Heinz ketchup, Rethink went around to various people and asked them simply to draw ketchup. The responses they got were pretty remarkable. Let's take a look.
You want me to draw ketchup?
Okay.
Ketchup. Draw ketchup.
Sorry, I should draw anything. Food, ketchup, bottle, or something.
I don't think I'm doing this right.
That's not a ketchup bottle. That's a shampoo.
Then I guess a tomato here.
You ready to see the masterpiece?
Heinz.
The Heinz bottle.
I don't even know if I spelled the name right.
You see anything?
Heinz ketchup
Got a little
bottle.
bit old school.
I don't know. It's like the only ketchup that I know of.
It's mustard.
That's mustard.
Yeah. Mustard guy. Oh my God.
I kind of love Mustard Guy.
If
Yeah,
you go back and look, you can see he's drawing with 2 yellow pencils at the same time. He's so into it, and he has no idea that it's mustard.
What if he was trying to draw them with 2 bread bowls in his hand?
That would be hard. I don't know if I have a pen.
There actually was one person who drew a red blob too, but that person didn't make it into the cut.
Right. There's a red blob, and the drawings that they did come up with, though, obviously so many people just drew their version of that iconic Heinz bottle. So they're popping up in outdoor ads. I think that the bottles that you can see that they actually made ketchup bottles with some of the drawings that people made, pretty great. You can win those.
Yeah, I mean, the campaign is so great because it underscores how iconic Heinz ketchup is, and it's something that only like the strongest brands could do. Like McDonald's, for example, lately it's been playing with its arches, and you know that you still know it's McDonald's because those arches are so iconic in our minds. So I thought that was a really smart way to underscore how powerful the Heinz brand is, the Heinz ketchup brand is.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of in the UK, Heinz has a campaign for baked beans, which is the slogan is "Beans means Heinz," and it is basically because the only baked beans brand that anyone knows here is Heinz. So it's kind of the same idea.
Yeah,
but this is more entertaining, and I love the drawing. I think drawing is really underused in advertising. And actually, it made me think also of the goldfish campaign from a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
We covered where they got kids to draw pictures of goldfish and then they put them on billboards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also another cool thing about this campaign is there's a contest component where people can draw Heinz, and Heinz will actually produce their drawn bottles for them. But so then
we see a lot of good stuff for Heinz out of Rethink, right? And I think, you sort of line them all up together, and you can see over and over again, it comes down to like this central insight, this really interesting insight that they come up with. That, of course, at first glance is like, of course, that's a no-brainer. Like, everybody knows Heinz or whatever, but what do you do with that? And I'm just always impressed that like Rethink keeps coming up with a cool thing with these, insights.
Yeah. They live up to their name. So next up, Alex, you want to talk about?
Yeah, so we mentioned the Super Bowl earlier, and we're going to cover that more next week. But we've seen a few Super Bowl ads and teasers so far, and we've also covered the fact that perhaps not surprisingly, 2021 is no ordinary year for the big game, and some of the mainstay advertisers have opted out of running spots, including Budweiser, which decided to redirect its funds to supporting the Ad Council COVID vaccine push. And you'd think that would mean that we wouldn't be seeing the famous Clydesdales, but it happens that we are. In a serendipitous move, they are appearing in an ad for Sam Adams, which is running in Boston and New York. Let's take a look.
Your cousin from Boston. I did not see that coming. Anyway, Sam Adams Wicked Hazy IPA. Juicy, right? Can we not tell my mom about this?
I kind of felt this was a metaphor for 2020, really. Like, I mean, even the horses have gone crazy. But this made me laugh. This is from Goodby Silverstein, and I think it's a great idea. I mean, I presume it wasn't they can't have known that Bud was not going to be in the Super Bowl, so it's a totally serendipitous move. But
yeah, I wonder. Like, I was wondering, did somebody hear something that they shouldn't have heard and they jumped on that?
Maybe.
I mean,
I love this entire campaign. I think it like debuted last summer. Like Your Cousin from Boston from Sam Adams. All of my wife's cousins are from Boston, so I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I relate in no way to any of this. So
it's close to your heart, Ishan. It is interesting that the use of the Clydesdales probably is getting more attention now that Bud came out with its announcement that it's not going to be running a Clydesdales ad. So we still get the Clydesdales. Everybody wins.
Yeah. So speaking of, we have more shout outs. Ishan, you want to read those?
Hello. We've got Martin from California, Dobromir from Bulgaria, Melissa from Puerto Rico, Pankaj from India, Per from the Netherlands, Jay from UAE, David from New York, and Abigail from Nebraska. How you doing, everyone?
Hi. Thanks for joining.
All right.
So we have more beer, right? Oh, sorry.
More beer, more big game. So was it like the 70s or the 80s when everyone was like really terrified of subliminal advertising? Apparently that is not the case anymore, because you can get people to sign right up for a sleep study where they try to put an ad into your dreams. Let's take a look.
I'm Deirdre Barrett. I'm a dream psychologist. I teach courses on dreams and do dream research. My doctorate is in clinical psychology, and I'm editor-in-chief of their journal, Dreaming. When Coors first approached me, they wanted to know if it would be possible to incubate an ad in a dream. I told them that there is a way, if you've got cooperative subjects, to do dream incubation and influence their dream content.
The idea was that we try and place this surreal Coors ad into people's subconscious.
We came up with stimulus film about clean mountain air, refreshing streams.
Do I think planting dreams into people is ethical?
So this is a campaign from DDB. It lampshades the ethicalness or not of this whole thing, as you can see there. But it worked. You know, if you go and watch the entire thing, you see people are like, well, I mean, it worked, right? People are like, oh yeah, I jumped to waterfalls and snow and refreshment and things like that, which, like, you know, Coors wants those to be the things associated with it. I don't know that people were dreaming about drinking a Coors specifically in their heads. Full disclosure, I have been paid money in years past to do a sleep study at the Harvard Sleep Lab. So
what happened?
Playing in the Boston angle
again. I would totally have taken money to do this. Absolutely, 100%.
Yes, I mean, they did it with test subjects in LA, but next week they're releasing the film online, so we can all sign up to do it, which I am definitely going to do, because I have been sleeping terribly during the pandemic. And you know, who knows? Are you guys? Would you guys test it out?
You really want to have dreams about Coors? I mean, I can see things that I'd rather dream about.
Well, what are your current dreams about, Anne? I mean, maybe anything's
Well,
better.
actually, this morning I dreamed that I slept through top 5.
Oh, a nightmare.
I know.
Nightmare.
And my husband had a nightmare about Donald Trump last week.
God. Need to be
Anyway,
a cleansing.
Both Coors and Sam Adams are a great way that other beer brands are trying to get some of the Super Bowl conversation, because Anheuser-Busch is, the official national beer sponsor for the game. So it's interesting that, these other brands are finding these really inventive ways in. And also DDB was also the agency behind the Skittles campaign from a couple years ago that brought a musical to Broadway on game day. So it's interesting that they're finding these little inventive ways to be in the game but not be in the game.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Olympics, isn't it? When people aren't official sponsors of the Olympics, they find ways to somehow overtake the conversation.
Yes.
But I guess this year, with the Super Bowl being so different, maybe the way to be in it but not in it is just not to be in it and then announce that you're not in it. And that's the story.
Okay, so before we move on to our number one item, there are a bunch of things we want to look at as well. We'll take a more serious turn here. So Gray in New York has been working with States United to Prevent Gun Violence, which is a national organization that promotes gun safety. And they've done a lot of different things in order to promote that gun safety message. Like they opened a gun shop, for example, that sold the types of guns that are used in mass shootings. But this past week, they unveiled a very an interesting unboxing video. So warning, we're going to show a little bit of it. We don't want to show all of it because it's just too scary, actually. And definitely do not show this to your kids. So can we run a little bit?
Hey guys, today I'm in my parents' bedroom because I have something really cool I want to show you. So I am going to go get it. You ready to see what it is? It's a gun. I'm just gonna put it up to the camera so you can.
Okay. So he then goes on to load the gun and it gets stuck and he points it toward his face. It's basically a parent's worst nightmare. So it's a message to make sure that you keep your gun safe and away from your kids. And it's totally terrifying. And when I first saw it, I thought, okay, I'd never want my kid to see this because it kind of looks fun.
Yeah, it's almost like a kind of how-to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, like he loads it. Well, I mean, he like pulls out the clip, right? He loads it. He like puts the clip back in. He racks the slide. Like it's step by step.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I don't know. Is that going too far? Like, we so on YouTube it has an age restriction on it. So, but like, I mean, that's easy enough to get around. And like when we posted it on our site, we like used the YouTube link so that it would continue to have the age restriction rather than just like, uploading it to our own servers with no age restriction.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that was my first reaction when I actually saw it. Like this feels dangerous, but that's the point, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
And kids that age love unboxing videos, love watching them, love trying to make their own. So it's a little too real, but which is the point.
Yeah.
Right. Is that the exact amount of real it should be?
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what it takes to scare parents enough to take those extra precautions.
Right. Because that's the real audience, right? It's like parents to be like, oh, crap, I do have a gun that is not in a safe place right now.
Right. Not as safe as you think it is. Even if you think it's safe, tucked away in the closet, in a box, in another box, it's not.
Right. Your kids find their Christmas presents. Of course, they're going to find this thing. And, your kids are home 24/7 now. So what else are they going to do?
I mean, I think that was part of the point, too, that the families are all home together right now. And also gun sales have been rising. They've reached a record high in the States, I think, last fall. So it's a good time to put a message like this out, I guess.
Right. It's our first content warning on top 5.
Yeah.
Can we lighten things up a little bit now? Do you think
Please.
is it
Please.
appropriate to do that? Okay. I have an unboxing of my own for you.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Ooh.
Yeah. Sure.
What I got?
Wow.
Oh my God, you get all the good stuff.
I do, and I appreciate the brands that share this crazy stuff with me, and Panera for sending the bread bowl holder thing as well. These are my very own package. They're not the signed package of the Lady Gaga Oreos. So,
wait, can you
guys
fill
wanna
us
take
in
a
on
look?
the backstory?
So the backstory is if you put Lady Gaga's name on something, it will create buzz. The backstory is that in December, Mondelez, which owns Oreo, announced a collaboration with Lady Gaga. And yesterday they celebrated it with the cookie drop with this Twitter scavenger hunt. You can read about it on adage.com. But basically there were all these Chromatica album related clues. And you had to find them and enter. And if you entered, you would win this, but with Lady Gaga's signature. But then you probably wouldn't want to open the package. I'm perfectly fine opening this package because I can't sell this on eBay, right? I mean, it's just a box. It's just a package of cookies. So give me a second here.
Oh my God, it's our first, or maybe our second unboxing.
So they are pink. It says pink colored golden cookie with green cream.
Wait,
Okay.
is that an oxymoron?
Well, yeah,
Golden?
it's color. Here it is. Golden is the Oreo flavor, not chocolate. And then it's got the green.
It's kind of like Kermit the Frog is being hugged by Miss Piggy.
There's a heart on it. They have different designs.
It
What?
feels like we're filming this in negative, and that's why it's like
Right. But like each of the cookies has a different, see, like this one says Chromatica.
Oh.
So is this coming out now because her album just came out, or has it got anything to do with the fact that she sang at the inauguration? Or is that just a coincidence?
That I think is just perfect timing for them because it was announced in December, which was before it was announced that she was singing at the inauguration, I want to say.
Oh, wow.
She had an Instagram post back then.
But I could, just to recreate the whole like look of the inauguration. What if I hold this up here, maybe?
You could
while I
sing.
eat the cookie.
That does not look like a bird.
It's
So
like
how
an
does it
eagle
taste?
taking flight. No? Did I go too far? I went too far.
I think it's
No,
spot on.
wait, how does it taste?
It's good. It tastes like an Oreo, not a chocolate one.
It
The
looks
ones
like
that
the
are like the
Trolls-
yellow. You know the ones that the yellow
Yeah.
ones. The filling doesn't taste green. I don't know. It tastes like
What does green
filling.
taste
Yeah,
like?
is it just
What does green taste
regular
like?
colored filling?
If I was eating it with my eyes closed, I wouldn't know what color it is. Like you know how sometimes you can tell,
that's
okay, I'm eating a Skittle or I'm eating a certain color of a food.
Right, when the artificial flavoring is a color and not a flavor, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
this tastes blue.
Right. But speaking of colored food, brightly colored food. Since
Yes.
I'm here, we may as well talk about one more brightly colored food, I think.
Mm.
Ta-da! Alex, you actually
Oh
wrote
my God.
about this.
Yeah, it is, well, as you can see, it is candy flavored pink mac and cheese from Kraft. It comes with a little sachet which you can sprinkle on your mac and cheese, a bit like they did with the pumpkin spice mac and cheese in the fall. They've done the same for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and again, another idea from Rethink.
I
What are
think
you guys doing over there? What
I'm
are you
gonna-
eating?
I'm going to eat the mac and cheese and then have these for dessert.
So who would eat,
Or maybe the mac and cheese is the dessert.
who would eat the pink mac and cheese? This is my question. I mean, I have, as a Brit, I have a hard time getting my head around mac and cheese from a packet anyway, but let alone pink mac and cheese.
Well, my
Something's wrong.
son likes mac and cheese and he loves candy. So
Okay, would he put hot dogs in it?
Please don't. Please don't. I would
I
try
feel
it
like you should go all the way.
as
what would you put?
dedicated viewers of the show know I have tried the Flamin' Hot mac and cheese, which is not from Kraft. The Flamin' Hot Cheetos mac and cheese. That was a weird color. So I'm curious to see how pink this Kraft mac and cheese actually is. And I do think your son would probably want to try it. Don't you think?
Yeah. Do you think, wait, so is it like sweet cheese?
Yeah, it's got a candy flavor.
Or like cheese with sugar on top of it. Like if you were to just put sugar on top of, well.
Yeah, I'm just imagining Pop Rocks or something like that.
Anyway, this is available by contest in both the US and Canada, right? In all of North America?
Yes, all of North America. And keep in mind, it's from the same company that years ago brought you purple ketchup. So it's really not that different. Remember the green ketchup and the purple ketchup? That was Heinz.
Yeah. I'm a little worried.
Like some color scientist is just waiting there for like his or her like big moment.
Just mixing vats of colors. I'm a little worried that Rethink is just like upping the bar just a little bit each time with these craft flavors, and little by little it's going to spiral out of control. I mean, maybe we're already there.
Yeah, I think we might be there already.
I am so here for it. I
think there are quite a few places they could go with this mac and cheese. I'm totally expecting green one for St. Patrick's Day. And I don't know.
That tastes like a Shamrock Shake, like a McDonald's tie-in.
Yeah, that tastes green.
Oh, marshmallows. That's a good idea.
Chocolate one for Easter.
Marshmallows. That'll be next year's Valentine's Day, Mason. I think you're a year ahead of the innovation story.
Oh, Peeps. Peeps mac and cheese are next.
Oh God.
Oh, please.
Okay.
You know
Anyway.
what? Someone's going to sue them one of these days. That's what's going to happen. You know,
someone's going to sue
some sort of
Kraft.
food-related lawsuit because it's.
You mean like
it's
Subway?
So gross.
Oh,
Gross me
oh,
out
are they
so
in
much.
trouble again?
Is Subway in trouble again? Well, you know, someone apparently thought that their tuna fish was not tuna fish. You can read a little bit about it in our wake-up call from today, but Subway declares that its tuna salad is actually made with real tuna. So if you were worried, if you were planning your lunch right now and you wanted to go out and get tuna salad from Subway, it will actually be tuna according to Subway, but not according to the people who filed the lawsuit.
Yeah, there were a couple people in California, I believe, who actually took some of the tuna and they say they got it tested at multiple outlets and discovered that it's not actually tuna fish.
Is it different fish?
Drama.
Yeah,
Or is it not even fish?
I don't know. I do want to read the full lawsuit and see and also how much are they suing for?
I'm sure it's millions. It's probably millions because why not? I didn't read the whole lawsuit, but I did read Subway's statement, which is pretty emphatically clear that they use tuna in their tuna salad.
It kind of made me want to go to Subway and buy a tuna sandwich just to see if it tasted like tuna. I might
your own taste testing. Yeah, make your own tuna
Subway
salad.
would be really happy to hear that.
Maybe that's the whole
maybe
point.
it's a campaign.
Yeah, maybe it's a plot.
All those lawsuits.
Subliminal. We're going to dream about tuna fish. There was a lawsuit last year in Ireland where Subway was sued because its bread didn't qualify as bread because it has too much sugar, according to Irish law. I think it eventually got dropped. But yeah, it's got a lot of sugar in it.
Wait, so what is it then if it's not bread? Cake?
I think essentially, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Oh.
The amount of sugar that was allowed by the country law to be declared cake or to be declared bread, it was too high in sugar.
Right, so it doesn't get taxed, right? Like, because if it's bread, then it's like a food staple that people need to be able to buy. But if it's cake, then it's like a dessert.
Okay.
Right, and then you pay more for it. You pay more in taxes.
Doesn't taste like
Just
cake.
a wealth of food knowledge today, Isha.
Yeah, you are. Okay, let's move away from food
yeah.
this time. And let's dip into soup. Oh.
Are we moving away from food though?
Are we?
Good point. Good point.
Do you have no, we have one more thing to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Because I did want to dip into the Super Bowl a little bit. Because we saw a really fun ad this week. Tide, which is, one of the which has created some of the biggest hits of the game, came out with its Super Bowl spot ahead of time, featuring none other than Jason Alexander, who we probably best know as George Costanza. But it's not George or Jason as we typically see him. Can we take a look at that spot?
Hey, you have to wash Jason Alexander hoodie.
It looks clean to me.
Is it though?
Look at what's happened to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm up on top of the world. Should have been somebody else.
Be sure to get the bugs off the window.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer.
You owe Jason Alexander hoodie an apology.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Hey, that's my face! You can't just wear my face!
My mom told me to say I'm sorry.
Give me back my face!
I mean, anything with Joey Scarberry. Okay, so
I totally love that song. I mean, I remember that show, and I had totally forgotten the show until I heard the song, and it took me back to being about 8 years old.
Yeah, from The Greatest American Hero. Oh, we have to find out why they picked that song. Is there like some secret tie-in to
the kid looks a little bit like he could be the lead actor's kid.
Yeah, he has that floppy blonde hair.
I want him to just go like.
As far as I'm aware, Jason Alexander never had like a guest appearance on Greatest American Hero, right? I mean, viewers,
I always think of him as
please
Duckman.
let me
So.
know.
We need to know this.
I need to know why you would pick. I mean, it's a great song. Let's be clear. It's a great song, but I don't really get why you would pick
Maybe
it.
it's just the
for
whole
a Tide
nostalgia thing, the whole kind of 80s nostalgia thing.
Yeah. It's funny that we're just talking about the song. Like, what about the hoodie?
Well, I love the hoodie. I love the theme because it just totally reminded me of the conversation I might have with my teenage sons about, is that dirty? Does it need a wash?
Oh, yes. Especially about a hoodie. Like specifically the article of clothing that gets the most abuse is probably the hoodie.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. Max is saying that the track is George Costanza's answering machine music.
What? Oh my God.
Oh, here comes Chris with the answer.
Oh, Chris.
So I did not remember that at all. At all.
Wow.
Although I did post this ad on Twitter yesterday and somebody came back with the idea of, well, what about shrinkage? Are they going to do a follow-up ad about shrinkage with Tide?
Well, maybe this particular kind of Tide prevents shrinkage.
Maybe it does.
And of course, the big question is Tide going to sell the hoodies? Oh, wait, what is that?
Oh, okay. Ishan, take it away.
Oh my gosh. No, only during karaoke, but absolutely during karaoke.
Oh, wait,
George sang the theme. George sang his answering machine message to the theme of The Greatest American Hero. I don't know how I would have forgotten something that detailed, but thank you, viewers.
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I'm not going to sing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I must be out or I pick up the phone. Where could I be?
Believe it or not, I'm not home. Okay, so you now know that I can't sing.
I also really like the CGI because it takes like just a little bit before you're like, oh, it's changing every time. Okay,
is that CGI? Oh yeah, no, it is CGI, right? But
or they printed a whole bunch of hoodies, which like props, literally.
Sublimation printing, yes.
So are they going to sell the hoodies? That's what I want to know.
Probably. Like, how can you not after that?
And a whole line of them with like 15 different expressions.
Right, with all the different expressions on their face. Well, if anybody missed the ad and they want to go back and see it, you can scan that QR code and see all of the winners. And you can go to adage.com and see Jack Neff's story about the Tide Super Bowl ad. I think,
and then all the Super Bowl ads so far too.
And all the Super Bowl ads.
We're getting finally, a lot of them. Yep. But finally, we don't have a Super Bowl ad. So, Alex, you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we don't have a Super Bowl ad at number 1, although the advertiser is actually in the Super Bowl, but this is a different campaign. They are doing, it's Pringles. They are doing a campaign in the UK and Europe, which is a bit like Coors. It's moving into uncharted territory. It's a campaign by Grey London in which they summoned a zombie from a video game into the real world during a live Twitch session. Frank, a dead character from the Xbox game West of Dead, left. It was being played by a influencer gamer called Leah Viathan. And at the point during the game when she pulled out a can of Pringles, he was so tempted by the Pringles that he left the game, came through the screen and joined her. Should we take a look at it? So the latter part of that is the ad, one of the ads that they're doing around this. And the clever thing about this is it's not just an ad and it's not just a stunt. The character is actually leaving the game for the next couple of weeks. He will not be in the game, but then on February the 10th, he will return to the game, and he will return as a Pringles eating, socially savvy character. I think they described it. So a kind of zombie ambassador for the Pringles brand in the game West of Dead. And during the time that he's away, he'll appear on all these different pieces of branded content where he's experiencing life in the real world.
Yeah, I thought this was really cool. I didn't fully understand how it would play out. Like, I feel like I have to just go into that gamer's stream and experience it. But it's such a fun idea that, like, taps into this whole, realm that this whole audience on Twitch that advertisers are trying to reach. And we've seen brands, brands have been on Twitch a lot. There was that BK campaign, right, Jessica, that didn't work out too well, right, in the end.
In the end, it didn't, because people were upset. BK was dropping into the comments to try to get people to talk about Burger King, to get streamers to talk about Burger King. But this definitely goes several steps further, bringing the character out of the game and actually removing the character from the game while this campaign progresses is going to be interesting to see how it unfolds and how engaged the streamers and the gamers who are just playing the game, see how they react to all of it.
Yeah, I think he's also going to be like taking over the social feeds of the game as well. So there'll be that side, the social media side, talking to gamers on that platform as well.
Yeah. I think his name is Frank, right? Frank the zombie.
Yeah.
Frank the zombie. Yeah.
And I don't know how mainstream West of Dead would be, but I would have loved to have seen this as a Super Bowl commercial. Just the idea of a zombie leaving a game seems really engaging. I don't
like, as just a standalone spot,
right?
It kind of ranks with Super Bowl sort of fair,
Yeah. The graphics of it and the way it was shot, I think it was really interesting. So So that's from Gray, and then the Pringles actual Super Bowl ad is from Gray, New York. So it's a totally different thing that continues the whole flavor stacking idea that they've been talking about for now. It's their 4th year in the Super Bowl. So completely different campaign, but just something to keep in mind. When you're looking for your Super Bowl news, Pringles is one of the ones who's been an early released their ad yesterday.
But a zombie will not be in it.
I mean,
there were no zombies in that commercial. No.
And so far, no zombies in the Super Bowl this year, right?
So far.
So far.
Maybe that's a bit too grim for 2021. The Walking Dead is too much.
Alfred in the background is saying Tom Brady is a zombie. Oh, actually, Anna.
Too cruel.
Agrees. Anyway, for more Super Bowl coverage, go to adage.com. More best in creativity coverage, go to adage.com/creativity. And also, Jessica, you have an event coming up on Tuesday, right?
We do. The Ad Age In-Depth Super Bowl event will be Tuesday, February 2nd. So tune in and you can hear from people who are working on the ads, people on the marketer side, on the director side, and on the agency side. So it's going to be great conversations led by Janine Poggi, and I'll be there as well. So hope to see you all then. Thanks so much. Thanks for having me, guys.
12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, yes.
Yes,
you can find the details on adage.com. So, but yeah, thanks for letting me crash your top 5 again.
Thanks for the snacks.
Thanks for sharing your Oreos.
I've got extras. Come on over.
Okay. Okay, bye all. Thanks for joining us.
Everyone.
Thanks.
See you next week.